everyone, welcome to Savvy Talk. Today I'm here with Shelby and she's going to tell us a little bit about her schooling and her volleyball career. Thank you for joining us, Shelby.
Thank you so much for having me, Savvy. It's wonderful to be here.
How did you get into volleyball?
So my mom grew up playing soccer and volleyball, and so when I turned 9 or 10, my mom was like, okay, you need to play a specific sport. And I was like, yeah, okay, fine, because I grew up playing soccer. I was a goalie, I was a forward. And but once I reached 9 or 10, I was like, I should give volleyball a try, because volleyball would be on our TV and I would just watch it and I'm like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I started playing as soon as I turned 10, and yeah, 10 as soon as I turned 10, and it's gone forward ever since then because I loved it.
Yeah, that's nice that you got to just dive into it right away and that your mom already had that background and stuff. I didn't get to start playing volleyball until my 8th grade year, and I sucked really bad. I was really bad, and everyone was already ahead of me, and I was like, well, everyone started playing around 9 or 10, or even younger. And so I was like, I don't know how I'm supposed to get into this, but what position did you start out playing? Did you play anything other than libero?
So I actually did not start out as a libero. I only started libbing 3 years ago, and I'm 18 as of time of recording. So yeah, I only started libbing 3 years ago. I started originally as a setter, and I played setter up until my 14th year, where I was an all-around setter. I swung right side. I would play defense out of right back, and sometimes the shift began in my 14th year, where it was me and another setter, and our lib had actually gotten injured, and my coach was like, hey, I want you to lib for this game, because to put it humbly, I was already really good at passing because I needed to develop the skill, right? Mm-hmm. And so I got put in as lib, and I loved it. I love diving around. I love being accurate in passing. I love flying my body for for any digs, saves, and I love being accurate with passing. So I started coming into passing mid 14s year, 15s, 16s, 17s, started fully living. And I still set sometimes as a backup. I play beach. I play indoor and beach. I love beach personally, so that's also why I had to also regain the skill of passing and setting and even swinging. So I definitely play a lot of all around, but due to my height, I'm 5'4". I often live a lot.
Do you think you get out of your comfort zone when you are playing beach? Do you feel comfortable with things like blocking and hitting in general? Does that make you reach outside of what you're used to, or has that just become second nature to you?
So beach is actually my comfort. I am a beach girl through and through. I'm committed mainly for beach. I am beach.
She also is a beach.
So I love beach. Even in beach, I block, I defend, I hit. I'm nasty with shots. I love shots that you're just what was that? But yeah, I even block in beach. I often don't block indoor. So I can indoor, but I block really beachy. But in beach, I do really enjoy blocking. It doesn't feel like it's outside of my comfort zone. I've been in the comfort of it for so long. So yeah, oftentimes I'll run, I'll mainly do a split defense. So I'm split defender, but sometimes if we need it, I'll split block.
So you talked a little bit about your commitment. When did you first realize that playing internationally was even in the cards for you?
So originally with my recruiting, I wanted to go for indoor and beach, right? Mainly beach. I love beach. I keep saying that. I really do love beach, but it's very hard to find scholarships that help fit your pricing in the US due to the new NCAA rule of roster caps. The new rule is that teams can only have a cap of 18 players, which significantly reduces a lot of players. So I started looking internationally when my mom actually gave me the idea, and she was like, try Canada, try Europe or whatever. And I was like, it's actually kind of smart.
Yeah.
Because I can adapt really well. I mean, I'll get shaky and nervous, obviously, but I know I can adapt to it just fine. So I started looking in Canada originally, and then I didn't find any universities that really struck gold with me. So I then looked into like England, the UK, that total area, and I reached out to one of the top programs in England, which happened to be in Poole, England, which is a seaside college. So right next to the beach, miles and miles of beach courts. And I emailed them and I was like, I would love to play for you. And they were like, please. So they were like, you're really good and we're very interested in you. So we would like you to come play for us.
Yeah,
and so
that's cool.
I kept international and stuck with it.
That's really cool. I feel like that's kind of a hard decision. You're very mature for your age, and that's why I feel like a lot of people, you like carry yourself in a specific certain way, and I feel like that like draws people to you. And it's like, oh, this chick is cool. I want to be friends with her. Or it's like, oh wow, like I need to play with her. You know,
that was
like,
cute. This chick is cool.
this chick is cool. Like I need to hang out with her. So it's like if I were a program, I'd be like, this is the kind of person I want. Not only does she put in the effort, but she also connects well in this environment. And sometimes that can be really hard, especially when like you're going to a new place. You don't know anyone. Obviously now you probably have some relationships with people, but there's still like a whole nother side of things that I haven't seen yet. I feel like that takes a lot out of people to be able to be comfortable enough to go there. And I think that's really cool. And I'm really proud of you because I know you've worked really hard to get there. So, yeah, that's just really impressive.
Thank you.
And if you didn't already know at the beginning, I saw Shelby. We were at tryouts. This was last year, I believe.
We've been friends for like 2 years.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. It would have been 2 years. Holy crap. That's weird. Okay, anyway. About 2 years ago, I see her at this tryout. And I'm seeing her jumping, belly diving across every court, like dolphin dives everywhere. I'm like, oh, she's crazy. What the hell is this girl doing? And I'm like, but I want to be that crazy. Like, I want to go for those balls that nobody else is going to go for. Everybody's just going to watch it drop because nobody's going to jump into the bleachers. But you were that person who would jump into the bleachers, make yourself look absolutely insane. And like, wow, like this is the next level. This is what I need to aspire to be. So I looked up to you in a lot of ways. And now that we're friends, obviously, I get more competitive with you. So I'm like, oh, she gets a good up. I have to get a better up. You know what I mean? But rage bait 101. She's really good at that. But I feel like at that transfer from, oh my gosh, this is who I want to be when I play. I want to be able to reach that next level. I feel like you've pushed me out of that because even though I do talk a lot when it comes to sports, I can tend to be very shy because I'm out of my comfort zone, so I get a little bit nervous. I feel like I've connected more with players just being around you because you connect so well with everyone. And like I look up to you in so many different ways. Are you okay?
That was really nice. Oh, that was cute.
Yeah, not only like genuinely like as a player, but as a person, I want to be that person that can be like, wow, she can be friends with anyone. It doesn't matter who they are, how they judge her. She's like, okay, and I'm amazing. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're on, but you need to try something different, buddy. And I feel like
my accent's perfect.
Yes. But like I aspire to be that. Like, I want to get to that level where I'm just like, I'm confident. I'm who I am. Love me for it. And if you don't, there's the door, you know? And that mentality is just so mature. And it's just like I wanted to be friends with you so bad. I followed you across the courts. I don't know if you noticed this, but you did.
She really, I had never met her before, right? And this is bad. I actually couldn't remember her name for a while.
No, I know.
But we would move from court to court, right? And it was like, this court does this and this court does this. And I was moving in between courts. And then all I just see behind me is just Sabby. And she's so sweet and funny. I was like, she's got to come with me.
Yeah. I was like the little puppy. That's actually one of the first things Shelby actually ever said to me. Was like, you're like a little puppy.
The little puppy.
You're like
you're just following me. And it was really cute, actually.
It scared the crap out of you because I was like, oh my gosh, she thinks I'm weird. So, but yes.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh my god, I remember that.
I remember this so vividly too, because like, I don't know. I looked up to you and Deanie, and like I would follow you guys like a little puppy, literally everywhere. I'm
Deanie's
like,
my best
so
friend.
cool.
If you guys didn't know, she's at Clackamas Community playing right now.
Yes. Yeah. But
Shout out Deanie.
shout out to Deanie.
Deanie.
But yeah, I was just like, oh, I want to be them. Just
Actually, on that note, that's a good topic starter. I wasn't ever naturally like totally confident in myself. It took me years to like even like the way that like I express myself. Like I've had insecurities like my entire life, right? Which is very common growing up. There's nothing out of the normal there, but I feel like mine stuck with me for so much longer because of the pressure I put on myself from volleyball. So like I'm obviously very out there now. I have bright purple hair, my makeup is blue, like yeah. I'm very out there now, but I used to definitely not be. I used to have to be like, I need to just look like everybody else and change this way about me. But I didn't like changing what I liked about me. So I've always worn like, heavy eyeliner and what felt good to me on court. And I think that aspect of volleyball, being able to be yourself on court, helps shape anybody, really. Helps shape the way you feel about yourself, the way you feel on court and off court. So I think it's really important to allow yourself to grow from what you learn on court about self-acceptance or something that you want to work on and transfer that off court. I feel like there's a stigma around that sometimes, but I think it's really good to just allow yourself to be who you are on court and off court.
And that's so amazing to hear from someone. Like, obviously you've already been through the whole college experience, which we'll get into in a little bit, but like just knowing like you're fine where you're at, like you're chilling. And I feel like that's something that I actually struggle with, is like I am in that spot where I feel like I need to be like everyone else.
And you don't.
Yeah, I know, but it's easier said than done. And like,
it's very true.
And so like, I feel like I'm trying my hardest to like make sure I can be out of my comfort zone, because I'm weird. I'm really freaking weird. If
she's
like,
an oddball, guys.
If you didn't know, like I'm the person that's like, if we're in the middle of a play, I'm gonna be over there hitting one of these and like, yeah, making a 6-7 joke all the time. And I feel like there are like certain places where I'm like, I feel like I'm getting stared at. Like these people hate me. And there are probably situations like that where people do hate me. But I know I can look across the court. If I'm doing something stupid, Shelby's doing something stupider. Like there is something about that that's just like, I feel very welcomed like by that. And
it's always worth it to have fun and be giggling on court, even if it means just doing something odd. Like, it's just worth it. Mm-hmm. Just smiling and having fun on court, because that's what volleyball is supposed to be. Volleyball is supposed to be fun.
So now diving into the whole college aspect, when did you graduate high school?
So I started college at the age of 13, which is extremely early for anybody. I wasn't even in high school yet. I was in college before I was in high school. Crazy statement. But
yeah.
How I did that was, both my parents are very smart and very educated. And this was around the time that, so I turned 13 in COVID in 2020. So coming out of COVID, my parents were like, we want a better education for you. We know you're smart, so we want you to do this. And I was totally on board. I mean, I'm from a very small town. And so I've always loved learning and educating myself on everything I can. And so, yeah, they enrolled me in community college because it was the closest thing to us and it was a cheaper option, for a 13-year-old.
Right.
And I continued to do those up until I got an offer by a charter school. And they were like, hey, you're doing really good at this, and you're about to start high school and you're already in college. We will help pay for you. And I was like, I mean, I talked with my parents and I was like, I would love that. So by the time I entered high school, 14, freshman year, I had already completed 2 years of college. Or around what would be 2 years at that time. It was from 13 to right when I had like turned 15. So I had already been in college for like 2 years. But during my freshman year, because when you take community college classes, they also dual credit into high school classes. So I was just rapidly firing out classes basically. So my freshman year, I was enrolled in high school. I did 1 season of volleyball that year. And I completed my senior year that year. And then I only did 1 semester of sophomore year where I completed all the classes I would need for my junior year and did the one season of volleyball for that semester and graduated high school. So I graduated high school in December of 2023. And I'm 18 now. So at the time I would have like just turned 16.
Do you feel like you ever missed anything from your high school experience or no?
So this is a very like difficult question that people ask me because most teenagers really want the like high school experience, going to Friday Night Lights, going to homecoming. I didn't mind. I was just happy where I was, and to be honest, I had a rough time in high school. So I kind of just wanted to leave. I wanted something that was better for me, and I don't feel like I missed out on anything that I would have missed in the first place. I still went to like a homecoming when I was in high school, and with my friends now, like last year I went to a winter formal and a homecoming with them. They invited me as like a, out of school system person. Yeah. So I still did get to experience the things, but it was on my own terms and own time with people from different communities that
but that's nice that you get to control that.
Yeah.
Like, that must be nice. Like, knowing if something isn't your scene, you don't feel obligated to go because you don't even like attend the school. I'm glad that you at least got that experience out of things because I do feel like that's part of growing up in that childhood thing, but I'm also glad that you feel so comfortable with everything that you're like doing or you're going that it's just like, yeah.
It's what I wanted. It's what felt best for me, and it's definitely been a part of like my self-growth journey, I think is a good way to put it, because I used to like force myself to like go out with my friends. I'm like, we have to go out and like do this because they want me here, and like they'll be happy that like I came and joined, or like it would be good for me to like experience this.
Yeah.
I mean, part of that journey was I don't have to. I'm happy just where I'm at, and I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I mean, I live on a farm, and so one time I skipped a school dance just to go ride my horse.
I love that.
And I was much more happy.
What advice would you give to younger players who want to play internationally?
Go for it. I say experience what you want to experience. I know for me, it was a really tough decision to make and to tell my parents and to tell my friends because I have such a strong community that I'm surrounded by. So telling them that, hey, I'm probably going to be moving to England.
Yeah.
Was heartbreaking and exciting at the same time.
Yeah.
But I think a huge part of that for me is, my friends, but I also am super connected to my animals and my farm that I live on. Yeah. So I will miss my babies.
Yeah.
And my dogs, my cats, my horses.
It's going to be a little hard.
That's going to be rough for me. So
what do you think is going to be more hard? Do you think it's going to be like moving environments? Like, do you think like the culture, or do you think more like I'm going to miss everyone kind of thing?
I'm going to miss everybody here. My animals, my friends, where I'm at, MPJ here, community, the open gyms and everything. I feel like moving environments and moving cultures, I will be just dandy. I will be perfectly fine. I know I can adjust to it. I've done so much research. I mean, I think I'm set. I even contacted one of the old team members for the team that I'll be moving on to and was like, hey, tell me everything.
Yeah.
And We talked about that for a long time, and she was actually extremely helpful. Shout out Cameron. Shout out Cam. And I feel like I can adapt to England like pretty well. There's foods that I want to try. There's places I want to visit. There's things I'm super excited about.
Yeah. So what area was it again? I know you said it earlier.
Poole, England.
Poole, England. What does that have? Does that have anything interesting, or is it kind of
Poole, England is home to Bournemouth University, which is where I will be committed to, but they are known for their deep dish tournaments, which is the beach volleyball like major tournaments there in England, and they're also home to Bournemouth Beach. Bournemouth Beach is this really long Poole is directly seaside, but Bournemouth Beach has like miles of beach courts and beach training facilities and really good seafood. Fun fact, I really like seafood.
Me too.
So
we're actually getting sushi after this.
Shout out to Abby's mom.
Yes. I love you.
But I'm super excited to see the beaches and the training facilities and try the foods there and to meet the people there.
Yeah.
From what I've known, from what I've been told, from the sports manager there, it's a super wonderful community. So
I'm glad to hear that. I'm happy for you. I am really sad that you're going to be moving, to be honest.
I'd like to not think about it.
I know. Yeah. It's a lot. What food specifically are you excited to try in Europe?
So I really want to try a culturally accurate English breakfast. So I don't know if everybody knows that, but it has like pig's blood and baked beans and like toast, and pig's blood is like this specific like jelly kind of thing. So it's actually really good. It's like a salty jam.
Ooh,
and
that does sound good.
I love savory food, so I'm really excited for that. And I also want to try Cadbury chocolate. I've never had that, or at least I've had the like Americanized version.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to try. Yes, they have Cadbury eggs in America here, but I know the UK ones are gonna be so good. And I also really want to try Jaffa cakes. I don't even know truly what they are.
Okay.
I just know that they're Jaffa cakes and they sound amazing, and I want to try them.
We ball. Yeah.
We ball.
We ball. But yeah, that's gonna be so exciting. Just like all the new things, and you're like, just like
there's so many funny names for things too. The gas is petrol, so they're like
petrol.
So I need to go fill my car with petrol, and I'm like, I'm so excited to hear that.
I can't wait for you to come back and you have like a little bit of an accent.
I will not do that.
Yes, you will.
No, I will come back with
mark these words
more of a country accent. I will not pick up an English accent. I don't think I could sound English. You know how like that won't fit the frame.
That would be really funny. See this purple hair.
Hello guys.
Hello everybody. Do you feel like a baby genius walking around campus, like a little young Sheldon?
Guys, she has been bothering me about this question all day. So I never like to pride myself on being a quote unquote genius. Because I feel like everybody is educated and smart in their own ways. It's just pronounced differently through everybody. Like for me specifically, I know that I'm interested and very educated in chemistry and biology and like environmental sciences. So those are the classes that I like really excelled in and I felt really good being in. But another aspect of that is I'm terrible at math. And so I took a math class and I did not feel like a genius. I definitely struggled throughout math. And that's okay. School's hard. And it's hard to be good at every subject. I mean, I excelled in writing and history, but the moment that it came to math, it's hard. I mean, that's definitely like my weakness in education is a lot of like math based, which is funny because I love chemistry, I love biology.
And those have math in them.
And they have math in them, but because I love it so much and environmental sciences, I love doing it. That's actually what my current degree is in. And so
yeah. Is that something you want to pursue later on in life?
I plan to go into zoology. So this undergrad I have my undergrad is based in that, and we'll go into like the chemical, biological, environmental aspects of zoology.
Yeah. I love how I just act shocked as if I didn't already know that.
Zoologist? What? That's crazy.
So, speaking of like the whole college thing, like, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, how old will I be? 23? Is 18 plus 5 23?
Yes. Yeah.
Math. When I'm 23, ooh, I haven't thought about that. I don't like to think too far ahead into the future. I get nervous. But I can see myself still playing volleyball, hopefully still in university, hopefully still learning and getting my degree. But
yeah,
I would like to see myself, still playing volleyball, potentially coaching. I don't know where I may end up.
You'd make a good coach, Shelby.
I love coaching. I help coach here sometimes at MPJ as well. Yeah, surprise. I like volunteer kind of thing. But I can see myself still playing, hopefully coaching somewhere. I don't know if I'll still be in England. I don't know if my 4 years it's 3 years of eligibility kind of in the UK. So I wonder if I'll transfer somewhere, if I could end up back in the United States. So really I could end up anywhere, but I hope to still be playing, still pursuing my education, and hopefully helping somebody somewhere else play volleyball.
How do people react to you saying that, and like what's the most awkward reaction you've had to telling someone you graduated at such an early age?
So I got my degree this past spring, so spring of 2025, and I actually didn't really announce it kind of the way that I did with high school, where I was like, I just got my honors diploma and everything, but so really people still now are finding out that I have a degree and that I've completed all this. I actually start what day is it? Is it the 28th?
Yes.
It's the 28th. So I actually start my bachelor's degree credits tomorrow. So
wow.
Yeah,
good luck.
Classes start tomorrow, September 29th. So people are usually really shocked. They're like, what?
How'd you do that?
Yeah. And a lot of people often think that I'm a lot older than I am. The average age that I get is 20, 21 and all that. Even when I was 15, people were like, what are you, 20? And I'm like, no. But I always just explain it. I'm like, I started at this and I worked hard for this. So now I'm 18 and starting my bachelor's degree. And I think the most awkward reaction, there's so many that are awkward funny, right? Where they're like, oh, I thought you were older. But I think the one that made me laugh, I was laughing on the ground crying, just losing it. It was actually on court 1 over there. But somebody was like, aren't you supposed to be in school? And I was like, oh no, I got my undergrad this spring, so I don't start until later. And they're like, what are you, 27? And I'm like, I wasn't offended, obviously. People usually think I'm older, but 27. It was also just it was so hilarious. It was the tone that he had.
Wait,
he was
you're 20? No, it's okay. Nobody has to know, baby girl.
No, but he was like, you're 27? And I'm like, I turn 18 next week. He was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm like, no, it's okay.
That's funny.
So that was really funny. And then, so I've always remembered that as the funnier interaction.
Yeah. So Shelby, you have type 1 diabetes. How do you deal with that on a regular day-to-day basis?
So yeah, I've had type 1 diabetes for 16 years out of my, 18 years of life.
Yeah.
And most people often know. They're pretty solid on knowing. I'm very open about it. I wear an Omnipod. I have a Dexcom. I have Loop on my phone. I have an orange. It's called the Orange Pod, Orange Link. And I usually show people, and I'm like, yeah, I'm diabetic. This is the fun part of it. But it's been my entire life. I've never known life without diabetes, so it's definitely a different viewpoint from other people's perspectives, but balancing it on court is definitely tricky. All diabetic athletes have always struggled in something, whether it's basal rates, how much insulin you're getting at this point, when to eat, what to calculate, having their monitors fall off whilst playing if you have a monitor. Definitely happened to me way too many times. But I think I deal with it just as any person really would. I mean, I'm very happy about it. If something happens or we're in the huddle and somebody goes, "Oh, I'm sorry," I'm like, it's totally fine. I mean, it's just part of who I am. There's you can't take it away. Nobody can change it for me. So I'm just, it's just part of who I am. So it's who I am. It's part of who I am on court and off court. And I think I'm very outspoken about it. Especially off court. I do a bunch of JDRF awareness and diabetes awareness on a bunch of things. I actually, when I was 12 years old, I won the Eli Lilly Award, which is an award diabetics win for spreading awareness and being diagnosed for 10 years. So when I was 12, I had diabetes for 10 years, and I won the Eli Lilly Award for spreading awareness of juvenile type 1 diabetes because I was diagnosed at 2.
Yeah, that's really cool, though. Also, if you didn't know, Shelby also brings the best snacks, and she's willing to share with people. It's really nice.
I always let people have some of my candy and granola bars.
Yes, she brought Sour Patch Kids this one time, and I probably ate half the bag. No joke. Guys, so much for joining us today on Savvy Talk Podcast. Bye-bye.